Hi everybody and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this video, give me a Fonzie, either by double tapping your screen or just simply hitting a thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you know when I post videos or when I go live. This video is for the star sign of Capricorn for the full blue moon in Sagittarius we got coming. It is a powerful cosmic milestone for truth-seeking rapid perspective shifts. Making sure you guys can hear me. Check, check, check. Can you hear me? All right, that's good. All right. Shedding outgrown belief systems. In astrology, a blue moon occurs when a single calendar month features two full moons, amplifying the lunar energy and offering a rare second chance for total transformation and closure. When its rare lunation illuminates Sagittarius, the fire sign of the explorer, the truth seeker, and the philosopher, it creates an intense urge to break free from limitations and realign with the larger life vision. It's the ultimate truth bomb. Sagittarius energy demands unvarnished honesty, narratives, illusions, and excuses you've been telling yourself will likely collapse, allowing you to see the bigger picture clearly. This lunation directly asks you, where have you been playing small out of fear? It is a massive green light that sheds roles, jobs, and relationships that constrain your personal sovereignty. Facing the sun information heavy Gemini, the Sagittarius moon asks you to step away from data overload, internet static, and allowing an endless scrolling so that you can tune into your inner knowing. Ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck, this moon aggressively fuels a desire for adventure. You may feel a sudden intense craving to book a flight, plan a weekend getaway, or dive into a brand new realm of study. So the Jupiter-related energy directs focus towards broad, infinite possibilities and optimism rather than meticulous, micromanaged planning. Mars, something about jars. Mars conjunct generates intense physical and emotional momentum, prompts forward movement, but warns against rushing blindly. The micro moon, sitting at its furthest distance from the Earth, its quiet appearance reminds us to aim our goals precisely rather than shouting over the noise. So zoom out. Take a step back from immediate daily stresses to analyze how your current habits serve the overarching puzzle of your life. Do a ritual. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Write down the limited beliefs or old burdens you wish to let go of and safely burn the paper to release them. Look out for subtle signs, synchronicities, and opportunities by intentionally slowing down your nervous system rather than forcing results. All right. So Capricorn, that is the energy. That's the full moon energy. Let's see what it looks like around you, the Capricorn collective. Okay. The bottom of the deck, nothing is yet set in stone because your emotions are all over the place. You need to adapt with the moon's energies. You need to learn how to adapt to the cycle of the moon, right? One of the reasons why your emotions are all over the place is because you got a whole bunch of emotions bottled up in your feminine side because you fear being vulnerable, either to love in any situation or being vulnerable within your community with the people that you socialize with. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to put them cards there. All right. So let's see. Step out of your comfort zone. So Capricorns, I got two things coming from this card. First thing is you are in your North Node. All right. You can have Sagittarius in your North Node for some of you. But the North Node represents what goals are you striving to reach, right? What was that about playing it small? Where have you been playing small out of fear? Right? Where have you been playing it small out of fear? Because you're comfortable in that smallness. Okay. Capricorn. So you need to ask yourself, how can I reach a goal that I've been striving to reach? Where have I been playing it small that that has limited me, right? This also talks about your spiritual bath. You may need to take a spiritual bath. Your spiritual path. It also talks about the lessons that we learn on our spiritual path to help us grow. It also represents definitely walking your journey. Now, listen, I'm in my North Node, and I'm going to tell you right now, Capricorn, there's a lot of twists and turns that come out of nowhere when you're walking in your North Node. Sometimes things just pop up, come out of nowhere, right? All right, so you need to surrender to the divine. You need to surrender to your divine path and have faith in your dreams. So you could be having a lot of dreams. So the full moon in Sagittarius is telling you to have faith, right? Have faith in your journey. Have faith that even though you may not see exactly where you are going, have faith that the divine is guiding you, right? So step out of that fear, because the fear is what is like maybe holding you back, right? You could be having premonition dreams. You could be seeing synchronicities in your dreams. You need to have faith. No, it doesn't matter what your faith is, right? It does not matter. But the point is the trust in the faith. Trust in your faith in the divine, regardless of what your faith is, because each to their own, right? So that is what I see for you, Capricorns. So what is Capricorn learning? What lesson is Capricorn learning in this full blue moon? What lesson is Capricorn learning in the full moon energy about relationships? I'll be getting this a lot for you, Capricorn. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So, Capricorns, you may be attracting karmic partners. These karmic partners are coming into your life because they are part of your lesson for your spiritual growth. All right. Loneliness. So you may feel alone. Sometimes you may be in this relationship. You may, but you may feel all alone. Maybe you don't feel like there's enough attraction between you two, right? I know that I am never alone because you're with the divine. The divine is protecting you. So if you are being rejected in relationships, you need to trust that the divine is doing it for a reason. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you are attracting a lot of karmic relationships because you're completing karmic cycles. Why? Because you are comfortable in those karmic cycles. And trust me, Capricorn, I am right there with you. I had to go off on my own and stay single for almost 10 years to figure out why I keep attracting the people that I attract. So you may have to do the same, right? You may have somebody in your energy who's very envious and jealous of you. Why, Capricorn? Because you are in your North Node. You are in service to the divine. You need to understand that you're a limitless being, right? You have unlimited. You can manifest whatever you want into your physical reality, but what you manifest a lot is worry, right? You worry that you're not on the right path. Yeah, people are not going to be honest with you. And that's another thing I've learned about being in my North Node. Not everybody's going to be honest with you, right? This is that karmic energy. But a lot of people are not going to be happy because you're honest, right? So that is what I see here. You worry too much about money. You worry too much about your abundance. And you may worry that you're all alone, like you're never going to find love. You're never going to find a relationship. So don't focus on being lonely. Focus on the healing that you have to do while being in hermit mode. Because to me, that hermit mode is like going through that dark night of the soul. When we go through that dark night of the soul, we face them fears, right? That teaches us about the relationships and why we attract people, places, and such situations into our lives, right? So this is a fear. Why do you play it small to try to fit in somewhere that there's no reciprocating attractiveness, so to speak? Why do you do that? Is it because you fear being alone, right? Those are the questions you should be asking yourself, Capricorn. All right, so what are the crows warning the Capricorns about? What are the crows warning the Capricorns about? Please and thank you. Grief and routine. So right off the bat, I feel like it is a regular routine for you to attract relationships into your life who cause you a lot of grief. Displaced anger, people who get very angry at you, like you're somebody's emotional punching bag, right? That's that displaced anger. You are nobody's emotional punching bag. And that's what you are in relationships, somebody's emotional punching bag. You've experienced a lot of grief, right? If you've tried to get away, they've played on your emotions. And this is a routine thing with you when it comes to relationships. And that's why you're being asked um, in this full moon to address it, right? Whatever is happening with you, whatever stone that these relationships are throwing at you, take them stones and use them as an opportunity to reach some sort of a goal. Reach a goal that is going to serve you and the higher good of the collective. This is you're here for a reason. If you're in your North Node already, you're here for a reason, right? You could have these relationships who overstep their boundaries. They like stepping on your toes. They like causing you grief. This is something that is routine to you. This is a comfort zone for you that keeps repeating over and over. This lesson keeps repeating over and over and over until you learn it, right? So that's what Spirit wants you to know. You're going to keep attracting these same relationships to you until you learn that lesson. And that is why you are in that North Node. You are learning lessons about relationships and how they like to mentally, emotionally, maybe physically, spiritually abuse you. Maybe you two are not on the same page when it comes to faith, right? Maybe you two have two different belief systems when it comes to faith. But I feel like this is a classic case of recognizing the narcissism in your life. Because that's what this talks about, routines, day and night, day and night. These relationships cause me grief, day and night, day and night. They make me feel isolated. They make me feel tied down. They cause me a lot of grief. They make me feel alienated. They make me feel all alone. They make me feel isolated. They make me feel abandoned. Routinely, day and night, right? So that's your lesson that you need to know while you're on your North Node. That's a lesson you need to learn while you're in your North Node. Because not every relationship you have is meant to go with you when you walk north. Relationships come into your life for a reason. Some you learn from, some you teach. Some walk a minute, some walk a mile, some walk forever. When you understand that and you ask yourself, what is this relationship teaching me? What can I learn from this about these repetitive relationships that I keep attracting into my life? What am I learning? What am I not seeing clearly that I need to learn? What makes me comfortable being in these repetitive relationships of being an emotional punching bag, allowing people to cause me grief, allowing them to walk all over me? Okay? All right, so let's move on. Clarify, what's this relationship? Show me a little bit more about this lesson with relationships for Capricorn. Yeah, 8 of Ariel. You are meant to learn lessons about relationships that don't work for you. This could be somebody who does not want to work. They don't want to work on the relationship. They don't want to work to support the relationship. This talks about somebody who's not an equal participant. I attract those who serve my highest good. The lesson is you keep attracting relationships that do not work, whether it's for money or just don't want to be an equal partner. Okay? Grief. Tell me a little bit more about this grief energy for Capricorn. The crows are warning Capricorn about the grief. Yeah, King of Ariel. So the King of Ariel, this is you, Capricorn, right? You're very successful at what you do, right? You're very successful, you're very stable, and you keep attracting these bums into your life who don't want to work. They just want to live off of you, right? They want to live off of you. And then what they want to do is keep you isolated, keep you out of yourself, cause you a lot of emotional grief. Look at the 8 crows sitting on that line, right? They want to go out with their buddies, but they want you to pay for it, right? So I see that the crows are warning you about this because you are very stable. You are very accomplished. You do have financial success, right? You may be able to use your spiritual gifts to make your money, right? But because of the fact that you're very accomplished and very stable, you attract these bums to live off of you, right? They don't want to work. They want to live off of you, right? And then they want to cause you a lot of grief when you want to get away from them. These are karmic situations. These are karmic relationships. Routine. Give me a card about routine. The crows are warning about this routine. This person knows your routine. It's like they know when you're going to be home. They know when you're leaving to go to work, right? They know when you're leaving to go to work. They know when you're clocking out of work. They know when you're coming home. So they are there when you get home. But while you're gone, they're all having fun with their buddies, right? Living off of you and taking great pride that you're the breadwinner. So this is about karmic relationships. Routine, yeah. 7 of Ariel. So you have the 7 and an 8 here. So the 7 talks in reverse talks about, if it was in the upright position, it'd be talking about time, energy, and focus into what you're working on. But in reverse, this person is like their plans, they plan something routinely. They make plans on a routine basis. Then, like I said, when you go to work, they make plans to their next adventure, to what they want to do next. And then when you come home, you're sitting there waiting for them, you know, and then they come in and they pick a fight. It causes a lot of grief, right? There could be a child involved. Give me a little bit more about Capricorn's North Node, please and thank you. Capricorn's North Node. Two of Ariel. So it's definitely talk about you and another person. So in your North Node, it's important for you to have balance. It's important for you to have balance with your relationships. Because if you're not balanced in your relationships, it like throws you off. Like it causes you to focus more on the grief instead of focus more on what you're meant to do here, right? So you do have multiple things happening. You could be doing multiple jobs. You could have a literal job where you go somewhere every day is a routine 9-to-5 job, but you also may want to you may have a little side hustle happening here. And you got this person who may be trying to hinder that side hustle. Why? Because they want you to focus more on them. Oh, you can't ignore me. Why are you in there doing that? I mean, this person likes to play on your emotions. You're ignoring me. You're at work all day. You come home, and then the first thing you want to do is go do this, this, and this. Where do I fit in that plan? This person's very arrogant, very self-centered. And you know what the thing is, Capricorn, is that they literally made a plan behind the scenes to manipulate their way into your life. Because why? Because they know you were stable. But something isn't working out. A plan that they made is not working out here. And I feel like it's because you caught on. You caught on to this person. They're not attracted to you. They're attracted to materialism. This person's a womanizer, right? They're a womanizer. They're also a manipulator, an emotional manipulator, and that's that grief card. They emotionally manipulate you on a routine basis into making decisions so that they can go out and have fun with the community. They play on your emotions. Give me, this person's very materialistic, and they like to hold you up. Seven of Michael. Yep. This person's very sneaky, very shady. When they're with you, they're one way. But when they're out with their friends, they're another way. This person is a sneaky, shady individual. And they do this on a routine basis. They're very dramatic. This person lacks emotions. The only thing they care about is your money. What can I get from you, Capricorn? This person's a bum. They don't want to work. Here, yeah, this person's a bum. They don't want to work. There's a better course of action. Let me hook up with a sugar mama or sugar daddy, right? 7-7 is significant. What else would you like Capricorn to know? Yep. solution. So 714 could be significant. So success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So this is a Sagittarius. First of all, you are being watched over. Your angels, Archangel Michael, I feel is stepping up in the house for you, Capricorn. And I feel like it's a Zachiel, but Zachiel is showing you the truth. Zachiel is showing you the truth of the situation. They want you to have control. Do not snap on this person, because that's what they like to do on a routine basis. They like to trigger you. They like to trigger you, pick a fight with you so that they could go do something. And then they come back around and, oh, I'm sorry. Play on your emotions. Let's work it out. We're on the same page, baby. Here, I'll put in my portion of the money, but they never do, right? So something needs to balance out here. In this Sagittarius energy, that's what you're looking at. Why am I playing it small to fit in a relationship that's karmic? Why am I playing it small to fit in somewhere with somebody who does not want to work? They don't even want to work on the relationship. They don't want to work, make money, right? This is a repetitive routine for you that you attract to you. This person is very self-centered. This person likes to sneak around, be shady, talk a lot of shit behind your back, go out with his friends, be one way with them, and then come home and be another with you. And then they like to pick a fight with you so that they can leave and go do something. This is what they do on a routine basis. Yeah. This is what they plan behind your back. Oh, forgive me, baby. I didn't say that. Give me another card, please, for what Capricorn needs to know. Yep, a tower moment's coming. There is a tower moment coming that is going to make a significant change in your life. And I feel like it's going to be shocking to you, but at the same time, what's going to happen is you're going to see something more clearly, because the Tower card in reverse talks about the resistant to change. Resistant to change this routine of attracting karmic partners who don't want to work with you, who don't want to work, period. Right? And what you see after the dust settles is your way out of a situation. You're going to see your way out after this dust settles as to why this relationship didn't work. You're going to see the solution that's going to break you free of this cycle. And it's coming suddenly, Capricorn, suddenly. 777. Somebody's magic could have backfired. Somebody could be using magic on you to manipulate you, but you're definitely going to see your way out of a situation, because you're no longer going to allow this person to keep you in your head, to keep mentally manipulating you, right? So you're going to put up a boundary, right? You're going to put up a boundary and you're going to say, listen, I think I'm just going to go on my own. I need to be single for a while. This is that dark night of the soul I was telling you about. I feel like that's what you're going to do. Be like, you know what? I need to just be single for a while. I need to work on myself. I need to do some healing, right? Yep, and there you go. This person's going to have rose-colored glasses on, so be aware of something. Them coming in and trying to manipulate you again. Try to verbally manipulate you with this magician in reverse. But baby, I am everything you need. You are nothing without me, right? And you're going to say, you know what? I don't need you. I don't need your cup, right? I don't need it. I got my own cup to fill. I'm in balance. I'm on my journey, right? I can do my own work. I know I can heal myself. I don't need you, right? Because all you want to do is keep me trapped in my head. Keep me on my defenses. But listen, I'm putting a boundary up. I'm not going to allow you to emotionally manipulate me no more. I'm not going to allow you to keep verbally using reverse psychology to keep me trapped in my head, right? I want my space. This is my space. This is how I say it. And if you don't like it, pack your little baggies and move out. Because I don't need you. I can do it all on my own. This is you being divinely guided here. This is you going through that dark night of the soul. Right? Doing a lot of healing work on yourself. Right? I'm not going to lay with you no more. I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. Right? All you and your family does is cause me grief. Right? I'm ripping off them damn rose-colored glasses, and I don't want to see it no more. I'm stronger than what you think I am. The only thing you're trying to do is control me. I can take my own damn inner beast. I control my life. I don't need you. Right? And that's what you're going to do. You're going to stand in your power and say, listen, I don't need you. Right? All you are is a joke in my life. Right? That's all you are. I take one step forward, you push me 10 steps back. I'm done with the backstab and betrayal. You have done enough of it. I've went through enough pain and suffering. I've been through a lot, and I don't need no more. Yep. Yep. You're going to return back to. So you're just going to. You're going to stand in your power. That's just all there is to it. Because you know that this person's routine. You recognize it. If it hasn't worked yet, it's not going to work. And that's what you're realizing. That there's a better course of action here. You're trusting in your divine spirit team because you're definitely being watched over here. Archangel Michael, Zachiel, and Samuel. Let's pull a final message for the Capricorn Collective, please and thank you. Yeah, all this person does is cause you despair, right? Partnerships, yeah. Despair, keeping you in survival mode, then shaming you, always in competition, right? It's like I said, one way with you, and when they're out with the community, they're another way. They're shaming you behind your back. Spending all your money, keeping you in survival mode. The two nature spirits coming through here. You're better than that, Capricorn. You deserve better than that. And divine timing is telling you this. It is time to heal. It's time to take a break from relationships that do not work. It's time. It's time to build your stability. Right? You already know what to do here. Grief, despair. Yep. 29, another 11. Dependency, desperation, torment, apprehension. What did I say? Keeping you in it's despondency, sorry. Tormenting you, causing you grief, right? Sneaking around with other people. You're all like taking your money. Don't want to work on a relationship. When you call it a bad mood, a bad day, or even a bad life, a feeling of complete desolation and despair has you in its grip. And that's exactly what this person had you in its grip. You're learning a lot about this relationship and why it did not work. It isn't so suggest that your feelings are hopeless without cause. Genuinely difficult situations may be causing true anxiety, but it's more likely that your fears are aggravating things way out of proportion. Fortunately, the nature spirits are on hand, luring you out of your inner despair and rerouting your attention back to nature. They urge you to stop dwelling on the problem for a time being and go outside, right? Go outside in nature because nature will help you to heal. It'll help you to ground this energy. It'll help you to ground this anxiety. Breathe the air. So do some breathing work. Smell the grass, take a walk, notice the wind, come back to earth, back to the moment, back to the beauty and the bounty your divine mother offers. If you're feeling trapped in an emotional maze of fear and drama, your only way back to balance is clarity, is to get grounded in the moment and return to the natural world. Let your nature spirits lead you to Mother Earth as she will claim and comfort your soul. The message for you is get back to nature. That's your solution. That's how you're going to heal. Okay, Capricorns. So you may have Sagittarius in your North Node, whoever I'm talking to. All right, so partnerships and love, nature spirits coming out twice. So they're really stressing 22, 222. You can be seeing 222, 999, 777. These are all synchronicities, but I'm seeing strong 222 and 777 coming through here. 222 talks about balance, right? Talks about grounding and balancing so that you can see clearly the solution when it comes to this relationship. Because this one's got you in a tizzy. Like they have got you in a tizzy. They have got you so wrapped up in thinking, you're never going to find anybody better than me, right? You're never going to find anybody better than me. I'm that tool that you need, right? I've heard it all before. Go on. You're never going to find anybody better than me. And then the whole time, you know, it's like they got you so wrapped up in your head and you're feeling that way. Like it's training your brain, so to speak. And it's like, how do I say, smushing you. They're like smushing you to fit into the box that they are shaping for you. Infatuation, romance, connection, and introduction. Your nature spirits, known as rudders, are working to introduce you to a wonderful new partnership to fulfill your heart's desire. Whether in areas of business, friendship, or romantic love, these practical guides are leading you directly towards the appropriate person. And I feel like they are leading you towards somebody that could be a possible business partnership that could turn into a romantic partnership, Capricorn. I feel like this person will be very patient with you. I feel like this person will be very healing for you. I feel like they have a routine here, like they'll get you in this routine, a routine of connecting into nature, a routine of grounding your energy, a routine into taking spiritual baths, or a routine when it comes to your spirituality. I feel like this person is also very spiritual. I feel like you both will be on the same page here. I feel like you're going to have this sudden revelation as to why this person come into your life. You're also going to have this sudden revelation as to why other relationships did not work in your life. Right? So whoever this narcissist was, whatever they were planning, it did not work. Because the divine stepped in and said, no, 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 no. Not going to happen. Okay? This person, there's a door opening that you're going to walk through. That's because you got your spirit team running behind the scenes, preparing you to open up this door. And when they open up this door, this person is going to be there. All right? Like somebody who'll be an equal match. So you don't have to worry, right? You won't have to worry if this person's out sneaking around, because you're going to know their routine. They're going to do this on a routine basis. They're very stable when it comes to their routine. There's not going to be a reason for you not to trust them, right? So there may be at first there could be a bit of a, how do I want to say this? Like a dispute of some sort because of the trust issues you're going to have. But when the dust settles, you're still going to see this person standing there. You're still going to see them. They're still going to be standing there. Because you two are going to heal one another. All right. I don't know where this is coming from. I am a channeler right now. All right. So you need to be more open. Especially those whom you meet by chance. Say hello to the new neighbor in your building. Suggest having lunch with an intriguing woman who sat next to you at your last business luncheon. Or strike up a conversation with the guy in front of you at the checkout line, even if it's not your usual habit. In reality, it's not accidental that you suddenly find yourself attracted to certain people, right? Relationships, attracted to certain people. Your runners placed you in their path so that you could meet. Invite these energetic nature spirits to continue to direct you to others who are significant for your soul's path, because you're in your north node. And they're working behind the scenes, putting you and another person together who you are meant to be on this spiritual journey with. Somebody who will understand you. Somebody who will be willing to work with you. Somebody who will be not only willing to work with you, but willing to build with you, to master something. I know that's in reverse, but you get it. You get it. So their message is, relax. We'll make all the necessary introductions you need. And I feel like they have already showed you something in your dreams. You've already seen something in your dreams. Absolutely. All right. There you go, Capricorn. That is your moon reading. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for joining this live stream. I am grateful for you guys. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day.